yo, Emily paid off the tuition, bro. This is the first thing I saw waking up, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna retweet this, I'm gonna save it, and then we're gonna talk about it. Just because I feel like since I made a video on the whole thing, which I agreed with Emily to begin with, right? Like, and my whole opinion was just like, for those people who didn't watch the video, was just like, if it's always a joke that your parents are always doing, you might as well just pay it off so you don't have to hear it anymore. Again, I don't know their relationship, and no one knows their relationship for real with their parents off stream, right? You only know how their parents are on stream and what Emily brings up and talks about, but no one really knows. So I was saying pretty much it's not my business whether she does so or not. But like, if it's like always like a topic of conversation with your family, you might as well just do it, get it out of the way, regardless of what's like going on. But anyway, let's just get into the post. Let's read it. She said, I paid my parents back for my tuition. I realize how fortunate I am to be in this position I'm in, to have the means to provide for both myself and my family. Contrary to online belief, ever since garnering success as a streamer, I have ensured that my parents' lifestyles and needs are taken care of. I would never let them suffer. They're my parents who raised me, type shit. Better than me. If my parents who raised me were abusive, I'm not saying hers are, but if mine's were, you're not gonna hear from me ever again, little bro. Honestly. Regarding the clip of my mom and I, our humor was simply misunderstood and blown out of proportion. We have plenty of conversations off stream as a mother and daughter, and what we say on stream is not representative of our whole actual situation or stance. Moreover, there are cultural differences at play relating to Asian families' practices and how they raise their children that some may not understand. But that is a whole other intricate topic. And I do agree with that too. Like, if you have Asian friends, or if you're someone from the community, the Asian community, right? Like you have Asian parents or whatever. We're just like, I'm not gonna lie, it just feels like it's mostly like first generation, like, what's the name, so who parents are from, like, their home country and stuff. It's usually them that are like the strictest. I want to say once you get to third generation, it's probably a little bit more leeway. It really depends on the connection you have with your family. But regardless, a lot of times they are strict. They send you off to college. You either go to college or you leave. They kind of like, I'm not saying this is her, okay? I don't know. This is assumption on my part, right? But you kind of forced to go to college. They really won't support you in any other aspect or field, right? They want you to do the safest route possible. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this is her. I'm just saying, that's part of the culture, right? A lot of Asian families can be very abusive mentally, physically. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's just minority parents in general for the most part. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm gonna stop assuming. All right, I just like, this is the other thing that a lot of people like don't understand. And like, one last thing on this part, just because I hate talking about this, bro, but just because your family paid for this or whatever, or made sure that you had like a house over your head, bro, doesn't mean you owe them anything, bro. I'm tired of like, if your family was cool, chill, nice, amazing to you growing up, who wasn't abusive, by all means, bro, make sure they're set. But there's a lot of us who come from like really bad households with family, like, with like my mom, and like stuff like that, right? Can get toxic, like abusive physically, mentally. You're not telling me, oh yeah, I gotta pay back that. You're not. There's no way in hell you're telling me that personally. You know what I mean? Like, hell, even for like um Nick, bro, his family or his mom, how abusive. There's a clip I see where she was like, yo, I wish I never birthed you or some shit like that. I don't know. It was crazy. So like, if I'm in that situation, there's no way in hell. I don't care if people like, oh, that's your mother. No, fuck out of here, bro. No, I don't care. That's dumb. I don't think like kids are old. You don't owe your parents anything, especially if they're abusive, bro. But live your life how you want to live your life, bro. It's not up to me. If you choose to have a connection with your family who made your childhood like the worst and you have trauma and stuff, by all means, bro. Me personally, I can't do that. Anyway, it was my fault to bring it up in New York. I thought it would be appropriate to discuss, given that it's how my parents and I always banter with each other. And I knew they'd be okay with being the butt of the joke, which they do to me too. We wouldn't be talking about such matters on stream in such a casual manner if we didn't have a solid relationship. You know what I'm saying? So okay, more information about like her family's relationship. So yeah, you know, they probably just joke and troll each other all the time. It's like really whatever, you know. That's why I didn't want to assume too much about like her relationship with her family and why she wouldn't want to pay it off. You know, some people just, you know, she just doesn't feel like it, and I think that was good. I mean, she paid it off anyway, you know, but she didn't want to, and her family didn't really care for real. Then it's whatever. Especially regarding my, specifically regarding my college tuition, I'm going to be honest. I feel like it would have stuck to my ways and had the situation not happen because I support my family through other means. But the feedback made me realize it's really not that hard. Simply follow through on my word. As I respect that, sticking to your word and pay them back. I'm committed to growing from this experience and will hold myself accountable in similar future agreements. Thank you for caring about my parents, but I assure you, they are financially stable even without my assistance, and they are adequately taken care of, regardless. I'm not gonna lie, yo, the fact she gave proof is crazy. I feel like this is enough, but like W to her. I feel like, see, I guess I guess I will never be in this situation because I don't, you know, I'm small, right? I can't see myself ever being like this, like really big person when there's all eyes on you. Because I would have, after saying this, this would have been it, right? This is done well, thought out. She responded to the people. Don't think she had to, but she did that. She paid off her tuition. You know, hopefully this lessens the backlash that people are giving her. And like, you know, if you watch her, you know she's a good person. She's not like an asshole or anything like that. At least from what I can tell. But like here, I was like, yeah, she's the W person, because like this, like y'all don't need to be in my business this much to see if I actually paid it back or not. Take my word for it, you know. I don't see her as a liar, so I feel like this would have been good enough. But hey, W her still, like she's amazing for doing this. For proof, I have attached a screenshot of my bank wire. The reason why it's not full lump sum is because this is the amount agreed upon between me and my parents, and I can financially pay the whole thing right now, but we also have a system set up for me to pay them in the future until it's all paid off. I'm moving past the situation and will continue doing my streams and content. Hey, W her. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, this is good for her. And good for the parents too. Like everyone kind of wins in the situation. It kind of sucks that she got so much negative backlash for this, considering that a lot of people don't know the relationship of her and her family. Regardless if you see something on stream, doesn't necessarily mean it's the whole picture of the truth. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy, and this is what I was talking about before, man. It's so easy to just be negative and just bank off someone. Like I guess, like I don't know. It's like if you're, especially if you're someone who never watched them, and like this is your first impression, it looks super bad. But I feel like even for her fans who do watch her and stuff, y'all, I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough. Maybe I'm ignorant here, where like I'm giving her like the benefit of doubt. Like, oh yeah, no, she's not like a bad person or anything. Of course, you know, she's just doing it for her. She's either clip farming or she's serious. Regardless, if her family doesn't care and they're not pressing her for it, then it's whatever, right? At the end of the day. But a lot of people, I guess I realized more looking at this topic, is very like family oriented, regardless of like what your experience is with your family, right? That's still your family. And it's even different when it's like Asian families, you know what I mean? So like, shit, I don't know, right? My parents are not immigrants who moved here to like what's the name, you know what I mean? My parents, we're already here, so like maybe it's like a whole different experience, you know. As a minority, I feel like in talking to other minority, like people who are people of color, talking to them, hearing the stories about their family, like, sounds like my people, you know, sound like how my mom was or like my dad was or whatever. But I don't know. I digress. I think this is cool. I hope that everything in the future goes well for her, and I hope that everyone who was really like dogging her at least apologize, or like, you know, they at least see like this video of her doing this, so like they don't go away thinking, oh yeah, she's a bad person. Some people are gonna have their own opinions regardless, though. They're probably gonna be like, oh, she just did this because she of the backlash. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes you need certain people to wake you up if that's the case too, you know. But anyway, I'm done talking about this. We're just gonna go back to watching clips of the whole squad, and yeah, man, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.